Hey guys, Zach here with Family Porties, and I'm hanging out with Cookie and Porter's litter, and we have Angie here, guys, and we're going to kind of get into who Angie is and why she's with us, I guess. But this is something new that we're introducing to Family Porties, and we're very excited about it, and we'll again get into that. But we have our puppies here in front of us, super excited about this litter. Just wanting to kind of do a updated video of these guys. We have quite a few people on this list, and then we also want to share what Angie's about to talk about. So Angie, I'll let you kind of take over. These pups are right around 3.5 weeks, which is going to be important for what she's about to say next.
Yeah.
So Angie, what are you doing, and what are we doing with the puppies?
I'd be happy to talk about it. So I am with a Megastar Pup Academy. What that means is we have a curriculum-based program. The puppies start at birth all the way through 8 weeks. And it is,
Hold
the little vocal. It is structured, molding puppies, shaping them, giving them age-appropriate introductions as they're developing. And so puppies are born as neonates. That means that they finish their development outside the womb. So those first 2 weeks, they're actually still developing. Their eyes are closed, their ears are closed. Some people say deaf and blind. I don't like to say that because they're gonna develop. But what that means is that we have the opportunity during that time frame to imprint them, to change the blood flow, to wake up their little brains, and just set a program, like a foundation for them to grow from. And so these little ones at 3.5 weeks, each stage, so each week kind of has a different stage that they're entering into. Within my program, we call 0 to 3 weeks the pod stage. So you think of like growth, right? Like we're coming into spring. Think of like growing something. So the pod stage is 0 to 3. So we're still emerging. Mm-hmm. Then we move to what I like to call baby beans, because we're actually something. And then our final stage is called little sprouts, because at that point they've sprouted and the world is theirs to accomplish. Mm-hmm. So right now, they're right in that window. It's actually a crossover stage. The pod goes from 0 to 3 weeks, and baby beans is 3 to 6 weeks. So they're right in the middle there. And at 3 weeks, the most important thing that's happening is eyes are open, ears are open, and they're starting to get their rear strength. So they're starting to eliminate on their own. They're starting to explore, which is really exciting. And so at this stage, we start with tiny, soft toys. So you can see this little one here is laying on them. Earlier, they were starting to just move them around a little bit. But the biggest, most impression that we can do at this point is sound therapy. So we use habitual sounds that they would hear out in the habitat, and then within their homes. So fireworks is a huge one. Thunder is another big one. Pots and pans, sweepers, sirens. Not all puppies are exposed to that, but we do have some that end up in the cities, right? And they hear all that kind of. I do have a few families that have trains that are close by, so that kind of, the siren kind of helps with that. But just making sure that they hear these sounds before their fear stage sets in, which is right around 4 weeks. So we don't do any sound therapy past 28 days. It's just a very short window, just 1 week. And they listen to fireworks for 15 minutes once a day. That's it. And the biggest thing I can say with it is if you can do early exposure like this, imprint them this way. The stories from families that have puppies raised on these curriculums. And I just had one last week that messaged me, huge storm came through Ohio, 2 pups are just crashed out on the floor, and she's like, it's so amazing to have a puppy that's not responsive to fire, to thunder.
Yep.
So it makes a difference.
And that's because, you know, we're doing the sound therapy, so they understand that sound at a young age. Right.
Before they're in the fear stage. So we hit them before that. And when they're startled by those sounds, they're then cuddled by their litter mates. So a little bit of fear, and then back into like hear the sound, and then they're back neutralized by their litter mates. You guys are vocal this morning,
They
huh?
are. They are.
You want to sing us a song? Should we show them how it works? I think that would be very, very fun. So I used a Spotify playlist, and I will show you how it works. So what we're looking for, what should we do, Zach? Fireworks?
Thunderstorm.
Thunderstorm.
I like that.
All right, thunderstorm. Epic thunderstorm. So you'll look for twitching of the ears, gentle movements, the intent, see the little foot? Yeah. Yep. Just looking for a response. Our intent is not to scare them.
Right.
It's just to introduce something that they're not used to at this point. You think of that little pod, right? And then it goes into a baby being. And they've never heard anything like this.
Yes.
So we're just introducing them to new sounds. The ear raise.
Yep, I see that.
Yeah. Sometimes you'll get movement. Some of them will just cruise right through it. So for 15 minutes, the sound just sits here with them.
Got some twitching over here a little bit.
Yep. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of vocal. This one was sleeping, so you woke up. We got a little twitch. Let's see the body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're looking for this reaction.
Yeah.
This is a good reaction, is what you're...
Gentle reactions. We're
Yes.
just looking for their body to show signs that they're experiencing it. Again, not to scare them. What we're trying to do is just slightly startle them. And yet at this stage, they don't have a fear response.
Yeah.
So it's a very, very positive impact at this point, but not past 28 days. There's a very small window there, and you have to capitalize on it. So right at this point, 2 at 3 weeks, you'll see them starting to toddle. They kind of look like drunken sailors. They're a little bit wobbly.
Yes.
Yep, those are all great signs. So our next stage, I gotta feed the ones that are a little bit louder. Our next stage is gonna work on mobility. So working on giving them opportunities to gain strength there. So now that we're at 3 weeks and they're starting to move around is where we start our puppy massage. And so we do this massage. It starts at 3 weeks. Everything is soft and tender, very soft. But they're getting used to handling. We do a 10-step touch program where we reverse pet. So I always like to start by reversing this. Whenever someone pets a dog, they're gonna pet this direction. So we're gonna reverse pet, right? So they're gonna, something unusual that they're gonna get used to. We rub their ears. It's very gentle at this point. Down the nose, tap the nose, open the mouth. Vets love this piece. Again, when you open the mouth, you can check for erupting teeth because that's a sign that they're ready for puppy mush. Down the legs. Tap the toes. Roll the tail. Tug on the tail. And over on their back. Good job. Yes, good
Likes
job.
that.
Yeah. So about 5 to 7 minutes per puppy. Good job.
Yep, and you're talking, you mentioned it's the first stage is a pod, right?
0 to 3 weeks.
0 to 3,
Yep.
yes. And we're progressing that over time and almost like a plant growing.
Yep, right.
So this is all
Sprouts.
around. Yeah, sprouts.
Little sprouts.
Yep.
We're sprouting little baby beans is what we're doing.
Yep.
And it's intentional molding and guiding puppies through a program, but very, very specific on development. So along with development, I said they were born with eyes and ears closed. The brain is also developing. So at 8 weeks, puppies' brains are very similar to an adult brain. Not the capacity, not the experience that's there, not the training, but it's ready to learn. At this stage, it's not the case. We
Right.
still have to grow that. So we're just molding and shaping them.
Yep.
Yep.
So we're putting in a lot of different stages here to just basically exactly what Angie said, to continue their growth, continue their development. And guys, we're super excited about this. This is the first litter that we're doing this for. And I mean, as you can see, we're very excited about it. Angie's, hey girl, what's up? I see you, I hear you. And Angie did a great job explaining that. So we're gonna kind of keep you guys updated as we keep going through these different levels and different stages at their different ages. So you guys are welcome to follow along with that. And we just wanted to do a little video today. Appreciate you joining us, Angie, and talking about this. And guys, this is what we're going to be doing from here on out with our litters. So, we know that this is going to be exceptional for the puppies and for everyone that adopts one of our pups. So appreciate you guys tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.